My name is Raul Rivera. I'm 63 years old, and I grew up in the South Bronx. I grew up in the 60s and the 70s, and the thing about that time, it was a lot of drug activity, a lot of prostitution, drug dealing, a lot of crime. It was just a way of life. You know, the funny thing about it is that I would never do that, and I ended up doing that, you know? So because I saw how quick and how fast, you know, you could make money. My first arrest was at 13. I ended up in juvenile detention. You know, by the time I was 14, I was sniffing heroin. By the time I was 17, I was, you know, shooting heroin. I had a brother that's been a Christian since he was a kid. One day he said, oh, when was I gonna give my life to Jesus Christ? And I actually pulled out a 9mm that had the initials JC. And I said, this is my Jesus Christ. And he told me, well, you know, that Jesus Christ can take a life, but that Jesus Christ is not ever gonna be able to bring that life back. It wasn't until like all these years that by the time I was 48, I think that's when reality hit me. At the age of 48, I was living in a shelter. Got into an altercation with a gentleman, and the judge kind of took it into consideration that, you know, I need help. The choice I had was either go to rehab or I could go to jail for 7 years of my life, you know, up north. And I took the program. And I spent 33 months in the program. I graduated. You know, I met my wife in recovery. While in rehab, I was sent to Graffiti to take a GED course. And that's when I met Kareem. He was always happy, you know, he was always laughing and joking and how's everybody doing? But with like this big old smile, and I was like, nobody could be that happy. I was walking out and I just, hey, can I come to church here? He said, yeah, we would love to have you. The word we. It's like you ever seen those cartoons that the light bulb lights up, like being like there's something that's the idea. And I looked at it and I said, man, we, you know, he didn't say me, he didn't say I. This is a happy, big happy family here. And I came that Sunday. Before I knew it, I'm a member of Graffiti. I'm a deacon. I'm working in Coney Island with Pastor Taylor's son, helping him out. Then I'm working with him in Brownsville, Brooklyn, you know, doing the same thing. And from there on, God came to my life. A couple of years later, I got baptized. A couple of years later, after meeting Saida, she got baptized. And 2.5 years being with Saida, we got married in Graffiti. You know, I started finding how spiritually I was inside. You know, there was all those empty spaces that they were starting to fill up. You know, all that thirst, you know, my thirst was getting quenched, you know. And I just started seeing the difference, you know, my spiritual connection, not only with God, but with my brothers and sisters out there that need help. So I just learned how to get spiritually connected with myself and what God's purpose is for me. God just got me working, giving back. He's making me live my purpose. To me, God's love is unreal. Who could love me like that? Who could actually allow me to go through what I went through and still let me live to talk about it? That's beyond love. That's way beyond love. It's just unexplainable. And every time I go to him, he always tells me, I got you. That I love my family. I love my kids. There's nothing I wouldn't do for them. Oh man, it makes me cry because the way my life has been for the past, could have been 15 years, is just unreal. I can't ask for a better life. His love for me, unreal.